Hey everyone, how's it going? Brandon Yanofsky here from myWPexpert.com, and today I want to show you how to change the text color on your website using CSS. Now before we begin, I've opened up a post here that we're going to use as an example. And before we go into the actual CSS, what we need to do is figure out what CSS selector is controlling the element we want to change. So to do that, I'm going to show you a simple tool in Google Chrome. So right now I have Google Chrome opened up and I'm going to right click on the element I want to change. So for now I'm going to change the title. So I right click here and click this inspect element button. And then at the bottom here we see on the left hand side it shows us all the HTML from this website, and on the right hand side it shows us all the CSS properties. So you can see right here it has heading 1, it has the text from our heading, and on the right here you can see it has the color we're using. So what this lets us do is it lets us see what elements we need to change on our style sheet, which I'll show you in a sec. What's also cool though is we can also play around with this and see what things will look like before we make the change. So for instance, this color, I could put in a different hex code, which I'll show you in a little bit about how to use hex code, but it'll let me change the color. So I want to make it white, and white in hex code is just FFF. So I'll just do pound FFF. And you can see that the text just disappears, obviously because it's on a white background. So now let me show you how we're going to make these changes. So what I'm going to do is go into my backend, and I'm going to go to Appearance and then go to Editor. And when I click on Editor, what opens is my style sheet, my style.css file. And within here, it has all the CSS rules that control my site. So if we go back to what we were looking at with the inspect element tool, we can see over here that what's controlling the color of this are these H1, H2, H3, basically these selectors right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my style sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a find for H1 and find the one that we were looking at. So you can see like the first one that appears is not the correct one. But if we look again, we can see right here, this is the same thing that was appearing in the inspect element tool. And you can see that it has that color there. So now hex color. Before we make changes, let me explain hex color. Basically, hex color is a 6-digit number that is used to specify a specific color. And I have a link I like to use whenever I'm trying to find a hex color. And I'll include this link in the text below. But basically what we can do is we can find a certain color in here. So let's say we want red, and maybe we want a slightly different shade of it. And you can see right here, it shows you the hex code for it. So we can just copy that, and then we can paste that in this color area right here. Click Update File. And now when we reload the page, it'll have our new color there. And you can see that's our color right there. So that's really all there is to it, to changing colors on your site. Again, the only two things you really need to know are figuring out what CSS selector to use. So again, that's why I like using the inspect element in order to see what I need to change on the style sheet, and then find out the hex code I want to use. And then I'll just throw that into the style sheet, press update, and we're good to go. So that's it for today. Be sure to check out myWPexpert.com for even more tutorials, tips, and reviews for WordPress. All right, I'll see you guys later.